I spent $1,000 on Yu-Gi-Oh cards from TCGPlayer. Let's see how they're doing. You're not sure the address. That might be a problem then. If you don't understand, if you don't know what address it is. What's up, guys? We are back with another $1,000 TCGPlayer investment, which we started in 2022. So 22, 23, 24. This is our $4,000 spent. So $1,000 a year. And today we're going to check in on each and every one of those cards we invested in and see just how much money we've lost. And you might think, what? Ruxin, what do you mean lost? What, you didn't make money? Probably not. But before that, we do have a giveaway. I will be giving away a $50 TCGPlayer gift card. This is 55, but just to, fives, just to drill it in your brain. $50. Just like the video, be subscribed, turn on notifications. Let me know down below, what should I have invested in 25 and what should I invest in 26? Now that, they've got some interesting things like quarter centuries are gone. Maybe we should buy more of those, which we did buy a lot of those in 25. And I'm really curious to see how they're doing right now. All right, guys, let's get started. So the spreadsheet is out. I thought about doing this a different way and showing off the cards and having like the change in price, but I think I kind of like the spreadsheet. It's just a little bit unique. Like for all you nerds out there, you like the numbers. It's a little bit more fun to see it on the spreadsheet than just see like pop-ups on the screen, because you can like look at everything going on versus like it being up there for 5 seconds and having to pause the video. So I think we're gonna stick with this, but if that's something you're interested in, maybe I'll show off some of the cards at some point, because you've seen them all before. You can go back and watch the original videos. Check out the playlist if you want to see the cards, but let's get started. Let's check out the 2022 investment, which is Blue Eyes Ultimate version. Oh, not Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, but Blue Eyes White Dragon Ultimate Edition. Ultimate Rarity. That's what that's called. Yep, I'm on numbers now. I don't know what rarities are called. All right, so first off, so this first year, you know what I'm gonna start doing, actually? No, I gotta be consistent. We gotta be consistent and do the light play, because it is light play, and I looked that up. I really should have just done the near mint just to make it easier, because it looks like a much worse loss because I bought it near mint. It wasn't near mint, but whatever. We'll just keep doing this because that's what we've always done. We don't mess up the consistency, the integrity of the entire spreadsheet. But we're at $6 for the, wow, this one's almost as much. Wait, it's not too bad. This one's only lost 25% of its value. Not too shabby. This one's lost 76, so not looking good. Silent Swordsman level 5. This is one that I really wish that I had made sure we got the right condition, because this card's actually pretty valuable if you get like the first edition version. So here we go. Near mint would be at 115, which would be almost what we paid. 41.95 is what we're actually looking at. So we have lost, oh wait, we'd actually be making money if it was 114. So like we'd be killing it, right? But instead we're losing 50% because it's lightly played. This card is one of our worst investments, number 17. If you want to look up here, guys, here's what we're current. I don't know how this one got. I'm still confused on how I have a different, I need to look at it more and figure out what happened there, but somehow I have an extra one. Maybe that should have been here and that was the problem. I don't know. I don't know what I did, but somehow I messed up the spreadsheet on this first one, but whatever. The numbers are correct. That's what really matters. And number 17, Leviathan. Oh my goodness, did I think this was a great investment? And here's why. I thought it was a great investment because it was Astral. Oh, there's only 2 cards in Astral Rarity, or 3, I guess. No, 2, yeah. This has got to be worth something. No one cares about number 17 Leviathan Dragon Ruxin. Just talking to past Ruxin. Nobody cares about this card. This card is now worth, we're doing verified lowest, $28.88. Look what I paid. Look right there. $110 is what I paid. 73% loss. And it has basically been consistently a 20-something card the entire time. Now, I'm not going to fault myself for not knowing about Lightning Storm, because Lightning Storm, how was I supposed to know that they were going to do an entire other rarity that's basically Starlight Rare? How was I supposed to know that? There was no way I was going to know that. Okay, so $86.95, having all the other prints, the quarter centuries, the rarity collection print. It's kind of hard to fight back, but that was a $300 card when I bought it. And back then I thought Lightning Storm was just generically good, but really it's not. You kind of have to have a going second deck or something that's not going to have any cards on the field to actually use. So I didn't really realize that at the time because I was not really playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh in 2022. I kind of got into it later that year or the next year. I was playing more modern Yu-Gi-Oh maybe. I think it was late 22 or 23. I can't remember exactly. $69. Ho-ho! Solemn warning, making a run. It's back to what we paid. We're only losing 0.98%. That's not too bad. Our Adusted Gold was the same thing. We were actually doing really good on Adusted Gold, and then it got another reprint, which was kind of funny. And guess what else it got? It got a massive reprint. It got a Quarter Century Stampede reprint. We got the secret rare. So was it this one, I think? Brothers of Legend? Yeah, so Brothers of Legend. So this card was, this is where it was. $28. I definitely should have sold that thing. Because for a while, this thing was popping off. Even here, last time we checked, it was like 17, something like that. It went all the way up to $32. I definitely should have sold it right there. Because now it is back down to $2.94. But I didn't realize it went up so much. I got to check in on these more often. Yeah, I know. It's May. I know we should have done this a long time ago, the first check-in, but got a little distracted with other stuff. But guess what else I did? I got distracted with giveaways because I announced the giveaways, okay? The giveaways have been announced. So go check those out on the post tab. Stratos Ultimate, I cannot spell. Startos? No. Elemental Hero Stratos, near mint condition, 104.88. Definitely not what we paid because we paid a lot of money. We're losing 30%. That's okay. It's a great card. That's always going to be everybody's favorite Stratos. I don't care what happens. No matter what new rarities they make, that's always going to be the best Stratos. Flare Metal Dragon Ghost Rare. This one's also been decimated, I've noticed. $60. $60.01. Okay, we paid $140. Not great. And now Warriors Triumph deck. This one's usually pretty consistent, around $100, but let's see. This might be our worst performance ever. This is bad. $89.95. I mean, we're losing money even on this. I mean, wow, we have lost $504. Originally, we paid $1,000.63 plus tax. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. There was tax that I did not count, which is like, $100 or whatever. This has been going down ever since, except like the very first check-in, which weirdly enough was only a day off, May 12th instead of May 13th, which is what I did. So maybe I wasn't too late. This is rough. Really rough. Okay, this was actually worse last year, but oh no, we're actually up a little bit, 471. But yeah, it's completely terrible on these cards. This is only year one, so let's get to year two because we got a lot of other cards. But as you can see, we made some really poor decisions, but we were kind of basing it off of stuff we didn't know was going to happen. We didn't know quarter centuries were going to happen, rarity collections. Like, how do you predict that kind of stuff? All right, now we're checking out Sky Striker Ace Rose. So Rose, Sky Striker Ace Rose, secret rare, 55 cents on the verified. So it's 0.55 times 3. So it's 51%. Not great. Dark Arm Dragon Ghost Rare. I have faith. This could be up. I believe. I hate Direct by TCG Player is such a liar. You're like, what? $120? No, that is some random listing. Look at all these. These aren't $120. Freaking $37, 43 if you go with verified. But still, that's ridiculous. So we're right where it was. They gotta change that because they just want you to like not scroll down and accidentally spend triple your money, which is just insane. That's insane that they're doing that. Okay, Colossal Fighter. This has been a pretty good year overall. Because of these Edison cards, but because of all the reprints, I'm guessing. Oh, still 180? Wait, and this thing's even gone down because this thing was, wait, it's not down. It must just be the near mints are hard to get. Well, I have one, so I will sell that, at this price. We can make a decent amount, so I need to get that listed on TCG Player. Ally of Justice Cataster. This card is still $120. That's still pretty good for 70. Up 71%. We should probably lock that in at some point. That's a pretty expensive card. Ash Blossom Secret Rares. It's had so many prints since this happened, like a ridiculous amount of prints. We did get the Prismatic Secrets, which I do think are a really nice version, but getting rarity since then, it's going to be pretty hard to beat that. Oh, here they were. This is literally the first listing. Okay, near mint 605, and they were 605 times 6. That is a pretty big loss. Pot of Desire's Ultimate Rare. This is one that we actually don't have in near mint because it just wasn't near mint, and I never got it sent back, but we are calculating like it's near mint. Not that it matters because it's only $20 right now. And we're getting absolutely decimated. Trap Trick Strap Hole Nightmare. We do have the sales for this. So the total sold was 303.57. Wait. The subtotal 292.26 is what we need to put in. So we have locked in a profit of 68%. I need to make sure that's right. Yep, same as last time. It's always got to be the same number. So pretty solid sale on there. We made 68% on those after shipping and everything. So did really good on that. Toon Blackluster Soldier also recently got another reprint, didn't it? And I believe it was the Crystal Revenge version. $7.12. Okay, down 9%. It's actually not that bad. Instant Fusion. This one, it got like banned or something as soon as we bought it, which we knew was gonna happen, but for some reason the chat wanted to buy it, and the chat. It was one of those times I let the chat pick, and that was a mistake because now we're down about $65, which is not very good, honestly. Nightbeam also wasn't that in Stampede, so we got cooked on this one. It was never high enough to sell, but now it's definitely not going to be high enough. 13.9. Wait, that's more than expected. Wait, they've gone up somehow? even with that, that's 32%. That's actually pretty good. The problem is 32% looks great, except for like, it's such a small amount. It's like $3 a card. You sell them individually, like after shipping and fees, you don't make any money. So you actually got to keep waiting. So you can't sell at that point because it's such a low price card. All right, Boxia. This is 13.19, which is not really that great. No, it's not. Yazi, let's keep going because not too much to say. These are just not doing that well. 9.67. Wow, we are getting cooked on those. All right, Rescue. That is first edition. 24.94. Rising Energy Ultimate Rare. What? This was an interesting one when we first got it because we bought one for like 15 bucks and somebody like felt bad that we bought it. It was funny. The seller was like, oh, I didn't think anybody was going to buy that. My bad. I was like, dude, it's fine. Doesn't matter. It's all good. And guess what? It was 15 bucks was definitely too much. One of the two was like 15. One was like 8 or something. I have no idea why we bought that either. Cause like Rising Energy is never a good card, like in old formats or anything. So I don't know why we bought that, but we did. Oh wait, this is a lock-in because we got the refund. Yeah. Cause it was the Star Fiber Jar. But you know, let's look at it. Let's see what it's at just for fun. It's losing $5. Okay. That's fine. All right. Droll and Lockbird rare. Droll and Lockbird. It's had a wild ride. Sometimes it's been higher, then it gets a reprint. It's much lower. Okay, so it's creeping back. $1.01 is pretty good, actually. So we're up a little bit. The problem is you can't sell it unless it's up like big on these penny stocks. Gate Guardian. We know these are down. We spent $101 on a terrible Gate Guardian secret rare reprint. I don't know what we were doing. We bought a bunch from Simply Unlucky, so lucky him. Get it? He wasn't unlucky this time. All right. So wait a second. Wow. I've done the common before on accident by this. This is the secret rare. $9. We spent $101. It's worth $9. 91% of our money. That is got to be our worst buy ever. That is just terrible. I don't know what we were doing. I know that was an influence by chat one, but still, I should have vetoed that. That was... that is on me for allowing that to happen. All right, 36.94. This is an unlim. Still up from what we bought it at. Petite Moth. It's now had a reprint. It got a reprint. Finally. After so long, we've been awaiting the Petite Moth. All right, 23 cents. Wow, I need to go buy more Petite Moth. Only 23 cents? That is just not enough. We're still making money somehow because we locked in a couple that were really good. But, yeah, it's not I mean, compared to the previous year, this is an amazing year. All right, year 3. We have a lot. Okay, we got to get through these. I got to pick it up. Okay, near mint. Ooh, 28.60. Hey, we're making some money. Not too bad. Dogmatica Ecclesia, I don't think is up. Ultimate rare version is 847. Then we have Nekagal number 1. Okay, wow, we were really buying some smart stuff here. $2.02, that's not bad. 202, we're still losing money though because we bought them for $3. Trap Tricks Rafflesia. Ultimate rare Rafflesia near mint is 14.15. We lost money on that one. We have the LOB box. Booster box. This thing is now 166.60. Is doubled in price. 88% increase. That is a huge buy. All right, Little D. Little D last time, hilariously, was actually popping off. He was popping off big time because he has still not had a reprint. All right, 1263. 1263. I need to list these things. That is literally up 130%. That might be one of our best buys so far. No, you know, actually, now that I think I might have sold the Little D and forgot to chronicle it. Okay, I had them listed at 1194. Okay, let me find this. All right, so after finding where I sold them, I thought I remembered selling something. We made $32 off the Little D. We paid $16.50. Well, we sold for $32. So we made basically double, 95%, which is actually insane for a common card. So meme card actually paid off for once. Not too bad. Let's go to the Judgment Dragon, which we finally did get. You guys saw that we got it way later. Like 7 months later or something. And it is $219.90. Wait, we're up money. This is crazy. That is really nice. All right, Zushin. Luckily, we do have a lot of these like little meme cards, so we can do them all at once. All we got to do is look at Dragons of Legend Unleashed, I think. Yes, Dragons of Legend Unleashed, 13 cents. So we go 13 cents times 23, and then 13 cents times 39. And 13 cents times 7. And we're losing money on all of those. Fantastic. All right, Mirage of Nightmare, secret rares. We're always losing money on these. They're not really doing too much either. The secret rares do look very cool, but they are not making us money. 323. I think we paid like 4 or something. No, 8. Whoa. That's kind of brutal. All right, we're getting destroyed on those. Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, DPE. These are 769. That's not bad. We are doubled in price since we bought them. Metal Raiders Heavy Storm. This is just an unlimited super. I guess we bought this for like GOAT or something. I don't know why we bought this. If only we had first ed, because this thing is pretty expensive. Unlimited is 390, which is less than what we paid, but not too bad. Brilliant Fusion. This is another one. It came off the ban list, but then it also got a giant reprint in Stampede. So it really never had the chance to like get super expensive. It's still 1920 for the ulti, which is actually less than what we paid, and it got unbanned. So our long plan of it getting unbanned did not really pay off. Baron DeFleur still banned, I believe, but once this comes back, this should be okay, right? You would think. So we got the super rares from Rarity Collections. We got 25 cents right now, which is brutal. We bought 17 copies though, so we are ready for when it comes back. Lina the Light Charmer, another one that also got quarter century reprint. So this thing is definitely gonna be 300 bucks or whatever. For some reason we bought the Starlight, 178.69, not good. Dingirsu Ultimate Rare. Ultimate version is 1989. Taylor Swift reference. Not 1900. That'd be really good. All right, 3 Lava Golem QCRs. What do you think? Lava Golem, I'm guessing it's right around what we paid for it. A little bit less. That's my guess. Slightly less, like 10% below. And let's see, 1620. That's going to be 20%. Yep. Pretty close, though. Pretty close. Yeah, 19%. All right, 1620 and 1620. Some of them we paid a little bit more for because they were not 3 on the same listing. Evenly matched Ultra, Lightning Storm Ultra. Why did I keep buying Lightning Storm? I just don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. Evenly matched 98 cents. That's probably about what we paid. Yep. Okay. Not too bad. A little bit more than what we paid. Lightning Storm Ultra. Fantastic. Maybe it was a pretty good investment. Maybe I shouldn't make fun of it. Wait, 387. Okay. The lower rarity. Definitely a better result. That's up 300%. From the 98 cents we bought about. That's pretty good. Reasoning. Even with the, it is interesting how even with the Rarity Collection prints, what do we get? Prismatic Ultimate. Eventually those staples, if they're under $1, I mean, people are going to keep buying those, even if they're 7 prints. So they'll get another reprint at some point, probably even after Rarity Collection. But it's interesting how they just keep going up because there's a lot of them out there, but eventually people still need to buy them. So we're looking at $924. That's honestly not that bad. We're down 8%. Not the worst. We've locked in a couple ones like Little D and LOB box I should probably sell at some point, but not too bad. Now we have the current year. It's a longer video, I know. I don't really know how to condense these. I could look them up all up ahead of time maybe, but then there's no reaction. Kind of like the reaction part of it, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments. All right, so we got a lot of quarter century secret rares here. Dueling Mirrors Dark Magician Girl. Quarter century. It is this one. It was $9.90. I think it's exactly what we paid. Yeah, basically. Okay. It hasn't really been that long. It's been 5 months, so the changes shouldn't be super drastic unless they've had a giant reprint. Exodia, the Forbidden one. I'm pretty sure we bought a whole set, right? For quarter centuries, $10.90. I saw 17. Oh, okay. We're down a little bit. That's okay. Left arm. Okay, so we got to find all the Exodia I got to work on typing too. That is another problem I have. I suck at typing. All right, these are going to be near mint first ed. So 299. That's down for now, but I have faith in this going up. I have faith in the Exodia QCR set doing pretty good. So I'm not super worried about this one if it's down right now. I mean, they could obviously reprint it again and do that. 3.47. So that one's up a little bit, interestingly enough. Okay, right leg and right arm. There's probably some sort of like program that would check this for me. Probably some AI thing or something. That would definitely make this easier, but you know, I kind of like the going through it part, except it's just getting a little long right now. Getting a little long, like with this many years. So maybe we could do like an overview or something. I don't know. Cause like some of them like, oh, here are the standouts from my investment. You know what I'm saying? And I could share like the spreadsheet and be like, yeah, if you want to look at the whole thing, here it is or whatever. I'm going to shrink this a little bit. It's kind of hard to see. Okay. Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dueling Mirrors 10. Is it going to be quarter century? All right. So this one is $28.94. That's pretty hot. Wow, it was that much. It was 30 something dollars. Red Eyes Black Dragon from Bonanza. I just love this one. It's my favorite art. This thing actually up $45.90. I'm not the only one who loves it. Nice. That thing's up 50% almost. That's really good. Red Eyes Dark Dragoon quarter century. And with the new Dark Magician support, supposedly this is going to be even easier to summon. So maybe this is actually pretty good. 47.48. Man, that thing was expensive already when we bought it. Genzo quarter century. Genzo. This quarter century is 59.44. Whoa, 87%. That's huge. Okay, we can do like a top 10 best investments from my TCG player. That would actually work right now because we have so many cards. That might actually be a better format for this than the spreadsheet, though. The spreadsheet, as I've said, I like parts of it. So, but yeah, maybe, I don't know. Like if you made it this far in the video, let me know what you think. All right, 37.50. Oh, nice. We're doing pretty good on these. Those Drolls were up 30 and 39%. That's really good, actually. Slifer the Sky Dragon. Alternate art, we have $44. That's also up. Very nice. Obelisk. It looks like we might have actually made some good decisions on what to invest in, because if they're not going to reprint these, they might reprint them in Starlight and that could hurt it. But they're not going to reprint these and we're already up in price. That's pretty good. 23.94. Now we have Winged Dragon and Raw. That one is very similar, so that's not too different. 43.77. It is also up. Not as much as Slifer. That was definitely the best of them all, but still pretty good. Quarter Century Bonanza Booster Box. I think these have been doing pretty good, right? Booster box, 178.89. Huh? Oh my goodness, these are this much. They're as much as LOB or more than LOB. Whoa, Bonanza absolutely killed it. I didn't realize that. I did not realize how good that set was doing. All right, Invasion of Chaos. I mean, I knew it was good, but that's pretty crazy. Let's check out the Invasion of Chaos boxes. There's 77. That's not too bad. Zeus Ultimate Rare. Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. Near Mint. Sky Thunder. 2092. About what we paid for it. Pretty great card. Link Karibo Shonen Jump Magazine. I think it's $1.97. Oh, it got banned. That's why. Yeah, it got banned, didn't it? Elemental Hero Air Neos. Wait, we bought an Air Neos? Ultra first. I did not realize that. What's this thing going for right now? $399. That's the lowest. Wait, Korean, Japanese. No sales. $399. It is time to list this thing. That is insane. I mean, the thing is, like, we don't know if it's ever going to get a reprint, but 181% on 142. We're listing this. I'm getting on TCG right now. I totally forgot we bought an Air Neos. That was such a good choice. Lowest first edition. $400. Yeah, we'll sell for that. We'll lock that in. That's not bad. That's insane. Okay, Stellar Knight Deltaros. Oh, I get to rant about this. We'll do a rant. We'll do a rant in this video. So if you made it this far, you get to see it. $18.99. And I'll get to the rant on these Ghost Rares in just a minute. We're going to keep going through. Utopia Ray. I mean, oh my goodness. You would not believe, which you probably would believe because it's TCG Player, but oh my goodness. Trying to buy, first of all, a near mint Ghost Rare. A near mint Ghost Rare on TCG Player is really difficult. It is really, really difficult. Is that exactly what we bought it for? 3 cents. We made 3 cents. That's crazy. Trying to, first of all, acquire the card is hard enough. But then the sellers, man, it's like they don't even want you to have a good experience. They're like, how can we make this experience as bad as possible? And oh my goodness, some of them, they managed to do it. I will continue to do a little bit more about that afterwards. 38.50, because I do want to get through these and check out what we did. It looks like we're going to make money here. We've already made money. Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. There's a specific one of these I bought, and I'm not going to shout out the seller how disgustingly terrible they were. Just like one of the absolute did not care worst sellers I've ever seen. I'm not gonna hate on them. Well, I am gonna hate on them, but I'm not gonna say who they are, because you can like destroy people's businesses like this. And sure, they might deserve it, honestly, just for being a bad seller, but I'm not gonna be the guy to do that. Okay, so I'm not gonna be the guy to destroy their business. Even though, look, and here's the thing, I know a lot of comments who say, Ruxin, you should just let out the bad seller so people know not to. Well, even if it's going to destroy their business, they deserve it. All this different stuff, which may or may not be true. These kind of practices, you're most likely going to do it yourself. So I don't need to do it for them. They're going to find a way to mess up their own business. And here's the card, by the way, the card that I bought, Junk Berserker. And I never did get the card I wanted. I'll rant about it in a second. I ended up having to get one from Uber. Uber sold me one. So shout out to Uber Trading for selling me a near mint copy of this for my binder, because it took months of communicating with these people. All I wanted was to return the card. I couldn't even return the card. It was insane. It was absolutely insane. They were so bad. All right, 31.85. We're losing money on most of these so far. Okay, 3 more. Boneheimer, and then I'm going to get into the rant at the end. And I'll give you guys a little bit of drama for the end, because everybody loves a little bit of drama. And it's like, the good part about this drama is it's drama, but there's no names attached except me. So you just know I got screwed, and nobody gets, canceled or anything. Okay, first edition. You need Boneheimer. Watch out for the Boneheimer. He sucks dry all of his enemies, and that is actually in the flavor text. I'm not just saying that. That is in the flavor text if you've not watched a video where we pulled it. Okay, Heroic Champion. That's why we bought it. I mean, you had to buy it, right? It's just too funny. Excalibur, $53. Dang, that one's... Wait, really? That's a big time. Okay, Spellbook of Fate's the last one. Wow, there's just not any left, I guess. And also, I will say, a lot of the ghosts I kept, I wouldn't have as near mint, but I was just like, I can't take this anymore. I've just got to accept one at some point. I was like, this is just hurting me too badly to keep getting these terrible condition mod play. I kept some that were like light play, close-ish to near mint. Oh, that was a CR. I was like, man, this is like a good buy. No. All right. Spellbook of Fate. 388. Okay, so we're losing money on that one. But overall, thanks to Air Neos, we're up $407. This has got to be our best ever. So I am having the Air Neos listed. That thing is going to get listed because we got to get that thing sold. I mean, that is a remarkable jump in value. But let's get to the drama. Okay, so the drama of, first of all, I bought all these Ghost Rares. And if you weren't there for the stream, I decided I'm going to buy all these Ghost Rares that I need for my Ghost Rare binder. So it's like 2 birds with 1 stone. We're investing in Ghost Rares, which I think first edition Ghost Rares are probably a good investment. At least as good as you're going to get for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because guess what? Yu-Gi-Oh! Investments suck, as you have been able to tell from this video, unless it was Air Neos. It's literally the only card. So I was trying to knock that out. I was trying to get some cards I needed near mint first edition Ghost Rares. So I ordered like 10 different Ghost Rares that you can see here on the spreadsheet. Well, I had many issues of returning cards. These are not near mint. They're mod play. They're bent. They have scratches in them. Like you can't even see the card because it's so scratched on the foil. All this different stuff. I am probably pretty picky compared to a lot of players, a lot of people. But when it comes to Ghost Rares, they are easy to scratch and they a lot of times are not near mint. So I wanted a near mint copy. And look, I didn't have a problem. I was okay. If you wanted, I'm like, hey, this is not near mint. Can I just return it? I'm not going to ask you for anything, except you got to send me, a label or an envelope to return it in, whatever. Like, so it's going to cost you like $1 or $2. So, and it is annoying. I know I sell on TCGPlayer, sell and whatnot. Returning stuff sucks. It does suck. It's annoying, but that's part of it. If you don't look at your cards and your conditions, there are going to be some returns. And sometimes I have to do returns as well. And I don't like doing it, but I would much rather do it and have the customer be happy than to fiddle around and make them mad, which is what these people did. There was one specific one, the Junk Berserker. I bought this card. The card was in garbage shape. And by garbage, I mean like mod play, light play. So it wasn't near mint. It wasn't even one of the worst ones, but it was not in great shape. And it wasn't good enough for me to even consider putting in my binder. If it's like VLP, like very lightly played, I'll throw it in the binder. I'm like, you know what? I can handle it. Even light play, sometimes I'll throw it in there. But these people, they just kept pressing my buttons. So I didn't allow that. I was like, okay, hey, can I do a return? I want to return this card. It's not near mint. I just want a refund. They're like, hey, can we offer you a partial refund? Which is a totally fine thing to say. And I'm like, no, thank you. I don't want the card in the condition it's in. I already have one in a worse condition because I had one in my binder that was like light play or something. So I needed one better than that to actually replace it. So like, no, thank you. Can I just return the card? Can you just send me a tracking label or an envelope, which most people send tracking labels because that's the way you actually know it got there, right? You follow the tracking, but it costs more. So I get it. They wanted to do an envelope with a stamp. They were going to mail it to me. So it was going to cost them 2 stamps, which is like $1.30. So they're saving like $3 or something, which I get, there are costs, whatever. I'm totally fine doing the envelope. I wait for a month and guess what? No envelope. I follow up. Hey, where's the envelope? We sent it to you. That's it. We sent it to you. Okay, well, I didn't get it. Could you send me another one? They don't say anything. Weeks later. Hey, did you send that second envelope? I never got it. We sent it to you. Okay, what address did you send it to? Yeah, I just want to double check that we have the right address because obviously something's wrong here. I mean, I got the first card, right? So they had it originally, but then I'm not getting this envelope all of a sudden. 2 different envelopes. It's been 2, I think it had been 3 months because it was the first month we were discussing what was going on. I got the card. It took me to get the card. It's not in great condition. The next month, I'm waiting for the first envelope to get there that I can send it back in. The next month, the 3rd month, I'm waiting on the 2nd envelope. Okay, just send me the address that you have to make sure we have it right. I'm like, hey, what address do you have? They go, the one you provided. Well, thank you, Captain Obvious. I get that. Can you send it to me so we can confirm? So I replied, what address is that? Because you've shipped me 2 envelopes and they haven't gotten here. So can you give me that one, that address? And they said, to the one you provided. Again, the first time they said the one you gave TCG, the second one was the one you provided. No care at all. That's it. That's the whole sentence. They didn't say the one you provided. Sorry about this. Let me help you out. Or, oh, it was this address. Here's your exact address that we sent it to. Is there an issue with the address? Maybe we can figure that out. No, the one you provided. That was it. So I said, so what address is that? I get tons of packages every day, so I know my address is good. What address was that? They go, I'm not sure. We've sent you 2 PWEs, plain white envelopes. You're not sure the address. That might be a problem then. If you don't understand, if you don't know what address it is, that might be a problem for me getting it. Now, that would be if they actually sent the envelopes, which they obviously didn't. I mean, the obvious answer is they didn't send the envelopes to me. And now they're just covering for it. Oh, I don't know. You sent the address, whatever. So after this happened, I was like, okay, I'm done with this. Went straight to TCG Player, contacted them, got a refund. I could have done this a long time ago, but I wanted to work with the seller. I didn't want to do a negative review, which I didn't even do a negative review. They probably got a 5-star review because I just didn't do anything, which is sad because they got a good review and they were completely terrible. They didn't care. They didn't bother to do anything. When I said I didn't want their partial refund, it like made them mad and they just decided we're just going to be really annoying and super unhelpful. Very frustrating. I did get my refund by the end, but if you are a seller out there, if you have to refund somebody, I get it. It sucks. It's terrible. Remember, the experience with the customer, even if they have to refund it, is much more important. So even refunding some people can get mad about that. Because I've had people buy my website. I had this guy buy my website tons of times. One time I didn't have a couple of cards because I had sold them on Whatnot and I didn't take them off my website, which happens all the time. I refunded him. He's never bought from me again. He was mad that I refunded him. Mistakes happen. Sellers make mistakes and you can lose buyers like that because some buyers are extremely fickle. So if you're going to act like this, you're going to lose a lot of buyers. So to sellers out there, remember this in your customer support. I have to remind myself a lot of time because sometimes it's just annoying. You just feel like you're getting taken advantage of. You feel like you're getting scammed, all this different stuff. But most of the time that's not the case. And most of the time it's just the post office was bad or whatever. And you know, everybody's been a bad seller at some point. So that is why maybe this person was having a bad day. So I'm not going to slam their business. Hopefully they learn. Maybe they'll see this video and they'll realize, man, I kind of sucked in that communication, right? So this has turned into a very long video and I figured you guys would want the drama of what happened. So I'll give you the drama, but I'm not going to give you the person to go pitchfork and take out because they're going to do better. I have a great feeling. This was their worst, okay? They're going to do better. And the good side is thanks to the Uber trading on Whatnot, the legend, the king of beer cheese, he hooked me up with a Junk Berserker. So we got one and our investments are actually doing pretty good. So overall, it's a pretty happy video and it's going to turn into a very, 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 very long video because we're at 51 minutes of recording. Some of it was TCG and stuff, but enjoy it. Let me know how you want these to go in the future because these are getting really long. So I can either do the stuff early and we can just look at the prices. I could do like top 10s, bottom 10 and top 10, you know, just the stuff that actually changed a lot. I don't know. We've got options to go with. So let me know in the comments what you want to see. Thank you guys for watching. This is a lot of fun. I really enjoy this series. If you like this series and you want me to continue doing it for a 5th year next year, let me know. It's fun. It's a good time. So I'll see you guys in the next TCG Player video or any other video. Go watch other videos on the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys. White Dragon and the last back! So we have Transforming Sphere. Did we get Dark Arm Dragon? Let's go! We just have to believe. Believe.